This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called Sound Reaktor. That's obviously on my iPad and ready to go. We're doing this on the iPad just because we like having the additional screen real estate to really kind of show you how this works. And I just realized that the Sony SR1 robot is kind of hanging out here. I'm not really sure what that's about. But this application is very squarely in the rhythm-based iOS game genre, which means that you're going to be doing a lot of the same things that you're used to doing, such as tapping along with the beat in an effort to make pretty music. If you don't do it very well, then you don't score very high, etc., etc. That is what's going on with the game, but we will show you more in just a second. It comes with a couple of different play modes. For instance, you've got freestyle, which is basically sort of just you playing the game without any pressure, I guess, is a good way to put it. And there are also available beat packs, which will, as a reviewer in the iTunes store said, cost you an arm and a leg to get all of these, which is sort of a shame. But then again, that's kind of a typical wall that we run up against in something like this, you know, or in relation to something like Tap Tap, you have the same problem. But as far as the tracks themselves, all of them are pretty good. They're not from anyone that we recognized, but then again, we aren't way into the scene so much. And the tracks themselves are good, so no knocking those at all. Just to show you how this works, of course, you do have Game Center integration as well. To show you how this works, you simply hit Play Game, turn sound a little bit, that'd help, and then pick a track. So for instance, I'm going to do this one. And instead of just giving you a few buttons to press, this game actually gives you a full 20, and the idea is that you have these bars down here that you must hit as the game continues, which I'm not doing very well with. But that's the idea. These bars will fill up, and then you tap them, presumably when they are ready. And if you don't, the game will not play the music very well. For instance, I keep missing things, so there's no music going on. Obviously, you have to do 2-finger taps to actually manage this, and you have to tap them in rhythm too, which is an entertaining way to do this. And obviously, you do have to hit them at exactly the right time too, which is not something that we were very good at actually, and that's pretty much our only complaint with the application, is the fact that we couldn't quite figure out how to get the rhythm down exactly right so that we hit these exactly as we should every time. Obviously, I'm just kind of slapping these at the moment without actually paying much attention to the rhythm, just because it's sort of, we feel like that's a slight coding problem with the game, is that it's simply a little too hard to actually hit these in time to keep the game going. So, you know, that's pretty much our only complaint with the app in terms of, I'm going to stop this. It's really hard to think and do this at the same time. Sorry. Well, there, I'm just going to turn that off. So essentially, you know, other things we have to say about it. The game itself is very gorgeous. It's a brilliant game. It's a brilliant concept in terms of giving you a full set of 20 buttons to play around with. It's great. And it's certainly an improvement on something like Tap Tap. In fact, we liked it a lot because it sort of keeps that same DJ feel going that, you know, we've moonlighted as a DJ before. Something we're very interested in, and we just like the fact that it's sort of, you have lots of fingers going at once trying to hit these in rhythm, and you can do a little bit of head bobbing, tap these, etc., whatever. As you know, with that in mind, the graphics are great, so the design is solid. Our only real complaint is the fact that we're not really quite ready to, or sure how to hit the buttons in rhythm to make this function exactly as it should. And of course, by the way, if there's a number up here that shows you how many times you must press the button too. So aside from that, the game shows a lot of promise. We think the concept here is pretty much genius, especially considering the genre itself is kind of getting stale. So this is a new reinvention of the genre that we particularly like, and as future updates come out, we're hoping that it will introduce more packs, introduce more music, introduce further ironing, I suppose, to the physics engine here that's involved, to the rhythm engine, I suppose, too. So all in all, Sound Reaktor is still a great value, still a very fun game, especially if you're into this kind of genre. So with all of that in mind, we're going to give Sound Reaktor a 4 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. It's great, it's very inventive, and like we said, as future updates roll out, it will only get better. So that's all we have to say about it. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.